There we go. All right. Bonjour, konnichiwa, minasan. What's up? I have a very interesting guest today, all the way from Niger. We've got Bboy Leo. You are listening to the Am I Streaming or Am I Dreaming podcast. We want to thank you so much for the positive support, and we're really going to go into fitness, calisthenics, and training today. So, Bboy Leo, welcome to the podcast. Please tell us, how did you get started?
It started it's like part of me, like what I really wanted to do. It has been like my passion, to actually, stay fit and look good. But at first, I started like I just want to wear my clothes and it just suits good on me. So it started like that, and a day came, a lady was like, "Okay, I think you're looking good. You're a dancer, and can you help me with the class?" I said, "Okay, cool." And I took a class for her, and from there. I didn't have an idea what aerobics was, but I could dance, so I had no idea. So okay, I could since it's dancing, I could dance. So she took me up and I went for a class. Although I was still late, I was late that day. But as time goes by, I went to do some research and I went to some training, and that was how I started. Like I said, like 2 years ago, 2019 November 1st, 2019. So since then, I've been consistent. I've been doing a lot of research, a lot of reading. It wasn't easy, but it's worth it. Yeah.
That is such a great place to start. So you started in 2019. How old were you at that time?
I was 26 years of age. Yeah.
Wow. Were you always like an athletic, sporty person?
Yes, I was a b-boy and also a dancer. I own a dance company. So it was quite easy to an extent, but it on the fitness level is different. It's totally different. Yeah.
How old were you when you first started b-boying?
Uh, I think I was 23, 24, started b-boying, and that since then I've been trying to, where we train, it wasn't like, like every other standard gym. So it was a bit difficult. We're having a lot of issues, but we thank God for it.
I see.
Yeah.
24. That's a very interesting age to start dancing. What was the first piece of media that you saw or people that you saw doing it that made you say, "Okay, I also want to do this"?
Okay. My b-boy life started when I watched Shaolin Soccer. It was a movie that was done years ago. So I saw people doing the flares and everything. I was like, whoa, this is like magic. I can't imagine someone like suspending all the way. So something just said, okay, just give it a trial. So I started training for it. I watched video online, and I started making what I see on TV. I started making a reality. That was when I noticed that, okay, whatever you want to do, your mind is innate, you can actually achieve it. So since then, I've been training. I had to go on diet. I did a lot of stretching. I avoided so many things just to make sure I get to where I am today. So it's really a tough journey.
Wow, I can only imagine to start at 24. Many people would feel it's almost impossible to start at that age. How did you overcome that thinking? Because you've gotten to a very high level now. How how do you feel you were able to break a lot of those barriers?
Uh, on that part, people always, like I told you earlier on, I said, as long as you can never rise above your thoughts, as long as people are saying something and your thought is going to what they are saying, like is concurrent to what they are saying, you can never actually achieve what you want. So when they are saying those negative thoughts, myself is telling me, Leo, you can do this, you can do this. So I always listen to my inner self that okay, I can do this thing as long as my mind is set on it, I can do it. Forget about the age. Yeah.
Mm. Many people in that situation also have a lot of friends with very similar thinking. Did you have a community of like minded friends who are also thinking about fitness and dancing and that kind of
No,
thing?
I was the only person. Like I have like 101 people saying no, but I was the only one saying yes. and today they are part of me.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
so cool. In your family as well, are they also very athletic and about training and eating healthy, or were you working against?
No,
Wow.
no, nobody actually encouraged me, not even my mom or my dad. But my mom was part of the support, but she was like not in support of all this I'm doing. Even my dad too. But later on, when the money started coming in, they're like, "Oh, all is good," you know.
I think we are very familiar with that struggle of having to prove
Yeah,
to people around you that it's possible. And
exactly.
for the longest time, there was a myth that you had to have started this when you were maybe 6 years old, have started in gymnastics, and you needed a coach to,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah, it's amazing that you were able to do it like that. What do you think created this passion for fitness that you had? Because to start again at 24, I really feel like when you're younger, there's a certain background you need. In my opinion, you have to have played sports in maybe high school so that you understand work ethic and proper training. Did you play a lot of sport in high school?
Yeah, yeah. From day one, I think I was born with a gift, but I just think like I need to work on it. You understand? Because I can actually picture some things. You know, calisthenics is like the highest level. On that part, I don't think that you have to be born with a gift. You have to train for it. So although I could do some backflips and all that, I could take some risk. But when I was young, I could do some stuff that my colleagues couldn't do. So the fitness stuff has always been inbuilt, but I just need to work on it and bring it out. So, and I like to create ideas. I like to be innovative. I like to try new things. So when I see something, I want to try this thing, and I will want to add my own flavor to it. So I don't like being the second of somebody. I like being the first of me. So that fight has been there. So let's say I was born with a gift, but I had to work on it.
Amazing. That is so similar to so many other high level athletes, your story. And often, when you see a really strong athlete, they don't come in a set of one. There's usually a community, there's usually multiple, like the Korean scene or Japanese scene, American, French, anywhere in the world. When you get somebody like a Michael Jordan, there's always a team around them. And for someone who's not from Nigeria, we don't know much about the Nigerian scene. And there are so many talented Nigerian people around the world. Even a lot of the African Americans, the Caribbean, a lot of them have, those Nigerian genetics are there. Please, can you tell us about the Nigerian scene and which state in Nigeria you're from and what the training is like there?
Oh, okay. I'm from basically, I'm from Edo State, from Orumi. Yeah, that was where my father and my mother came from. But I was born in Delta State, Warri City. So where I came from in Warri City, the training level over there is very, very poor. Yeah, very, very poor. I had to train on the field like every single time. It was really, really risky because you can get injured and it's all on you. So we were like a little bit careful. There was a time where I did a double backflip and I sprained my knee. And for like, I think 4 to 5 months, it was just there. I had to stop for a little while and I was doing all that training. So the training system there it's not as strong. So, but we don't fall back to anything. We always want to fight and see, okay, we are doing this, we are doing this. So most times when we get injured, there is no insurance or anything. It has to be on you. There's no company. Nobody even believes in you at all. So what we're trying to do is like we're trying to use social media to get sponsors to actually, get a gym for us where we could train. And in here, Warri City is very poor. I will say that. So, but we are looking up to something. Okay, we are trying to reach a certain level where we can get sponsors to help those who are, in the same like minds, like the same passion with us, So when they're coming up, they can have a better platform, because we don't want them to go what the stress we went through, because it's risky. You can end your career by just one mistake. So again.
Wow, I had no idea. And it's so funny, you may feel you may be poor, but I can tell you, your guys are very rich in talent.
Yeah.
And some of the things I'm seeing on Instagram are really incredible. So, Edo State, is that in the north east part of Nigeria?
What?
Edo State, which location is it? Is it north, east, west, or south?
No, no, it's on the east part.
East part. Okay, east part of
Yeah.
Nigeria. How close is it to the sea?
To the sea. No, it's not close to the sea.
Okay,
It's
mostly
just
landlocked. Okay,
yes, land, yeah.
eastern part.
Eastern part.
I see. I see. Interesting. And where I first saw some of your calisthenics and tricking was a video of yours that was featured by some guys in California, Jam Movement, Joining All Movement. It was
Oh yeah,
yourself
yeah, jam
and
movement. Yeah.
B-Boy Moss.
Most, yeah.
And you seem like very good friends. Can you please tell me a bit about that friendship? How did you meet and say, okay, let's train and let's get good?
Oh, okay. Bboy Moss is one flexible nigga, the crazy guy. Like I said, it was born with a gift. And when you're born with a gift and you see what you have, I think yeah, there comes passion. So I think we were passionate, like minds. So it was passionate as well. It was one of my students, because I trained a lot of people, and one of my students was attending the same school with him. So it was the one training him. I didn't know. So it was like, okay, wanted to meet me someday. So when he came, I'm like, okay, because his own side is different from mine. It's a complete b-boy. I'm into fitness, but I can do b-boy too. You understand? So when we met and I saw his flexibility, I was like, whoa, guy, let's go. Let's see what we can do for like 4.
Oh, sorry, some technical difficulty. Please, could you continue? So he traveled to you. Did he travel quite far to get to you?
No, no, we're close. We're close. We live
Mm.
close together. So when it came over, I was like, okay, let's meet up, and started training together. And it was not easy, an easy one for us. But although right now we are undergoing some injuries, because they have to send some equipment for us from UK. So equipment, we got some injuries right here, and him too on his forearm. So it was not easy for the both of us, I say, over the years. But we've been partners for I think 4 to 5 years.
I think the internet may be misbehaving. Any luck? Okay.
Hello.
Okay. Sorry, I think the internet may be misbehaving. You've really described some very interesting things, that you had equipment
Yeah.
sent in from the UK. Now, to my understanding,
Yeah.
calisthenics is mostly body weight exercises. What type of equipment were you using?
Okay, pilots. Although we made those ones ourselves, we had to improvise. We couldn't get those, authentic ones, so we had to improvise most times. But we needed to really to our limit, surpass our limits rather. So people have been saying, and okay, they're like, okay, I think you guys will need this to actually improve in your strength. Or like, oh, we would love to have, stuff like that. That was how help started coming. So, and when those things are coming, people started believing doing a great job. So, other people, even to our friend too, Chris Era, I don't know if you know, popular Instagram and also YouTuber. So it's started sending some verse that we should also. So that's been really, really crazy for us, you know. So that's it.
Totally. The stuff you're doing is really inspiring, and
Yeah,
I I almost want to thank him on, on behalf of a lot of African people training. Thanks for the support. You really are not going to disappoint with with any
exactly.
investment that they do. And what I also like a lot is that currently you are at a fitness camp and you are traveling through different states of Nigeria and teaching. And this thing of passing on knowledge is so incredible. In the future, after these pandemics and when we can travel again, do you have any plans to travel and take your workshops international?
Yes, of course. I really international, you know, because I like I told you earlier on before I started, I like new stuff. You know, to see people. I love fitness, and I don't care where it's gonna take me to. I just want to just move around, knowledge. I love people being fit. Like anybody around me, I must talk to you about fitness. You know, it's something that I love doing, and I just feel like okay, you should come and enjoy the good life because it is life itself. Now, if you're not staying fit, you're not eating healthy, we're all gonna die someday. But I just feel like you should enjoy the good life. Travel around
Hmm.
the world just to tell people about fitness, and you know, I would also love to get more knowledge. That's very important. I love to get more exposure. We want to see people. Okay, teach me what you know. I want to know what you know, like that. And I love to be. I'm very questions a lot because I also want to ask people a lot of questions too, and how this works, this can help these people, and how this can help this person. So I would love to travel around. Yeah,
Amazing. And I actually contacted you through Instagram. So I'm sure anyone
yeah,
who would like to collaborate with you, please contact him through Instagram. And
yeah,
yourself and your colleague, Sahid Bboy Moss, I think
yeah.
are really using Instagram in an incredible way. Who taught you how to use Instagram so well? Because I see a lot of very good strategy behind your posting. Where did you learn this marketing skill?
Uh, I, you know, yeah, when because people most is somebody too that does a lot of research. Most times when you learn something new about this Instagram stuff, you'll be like, okay, Leo, how far? This is what I saw and I want to try. So we always want to try new stuff and upload our stuffs. Let me just say, I give the credit to him. I think he's the one that's been telling me stuff about actually upload like this, how to do like that. So I give the credit has been not just a partner, not also a brother. He has been a friend, understand? Yeah.
Excellent. I can really see some very smart thinking behind your Instagram posts. Some of the captions you write, I'm deleting this post soon, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of funny. I better watch it and enjoy it. And um, the music you use and the way you're editing, I see a lot of very intelligent posting, and your
Yeah.
following is by no mistake. You are definitely posting with a strategy. How did it feel when you got your first 1,000 followers on Instagram? How was that feeling for you?
Well, let's say basically, I'm not all follower stuff. Although it's needed, it's important, but I just feel if somebody can watch, one person can watch what I do, and the person can appreciate, that's enough for me. I'm not really after the whole follower because I just feel okay, somebody needs to see what I do. So when I post, and I'll be like, okay, someone should just see it. That's all. I'm not really after the whole high follower, but I possible. When you have high followers, people tend to be like, "Oh, this guy is." I've seen people and they are super crazy. You understand? So I just feel one person is enough to see what I do.
Excellent. I think it's a matter of time before you start getting those crazy
Yeah,
uh,
exactly. Yeah.
numbers, but because your moves are definitely there. Now, to talk more about some of the tricking, what was the first trick that you learned that you were really proud of?
Okay, the first trick that I learned, I was a double backflip. Yes, that was really, really intense. Years of training. I think that was the most scariest thing I've done in my life. You know, dancing where people would talk me up and I would turn double, or doing it like ground to ground, like grass. It was intense because when I did it, I was super proud of myself. And I think that was the most scariest thing I've done. I think I was glad I could pull it off because I'm not saying it's very hard to actually do stuff like that. So I think that was one of my tricks I've done that I will. Yeah.
No fear. That is hardcore. What do you think
Yeah.
is are some of the most important things to have to become a skilled athlete like that? I mean, clearly you've found something amazing to give you that level of skill.
What does it? You say your question is the one the
Mm. Like
someone can
it,
have.
like if I was a beginner and I said, Leo, please teach me how can I get to be able to do moves like double backflips and muscle
Oh,
ups, and what are some of the most important things that I need? Like if I was a beginner now, I've never done it, and I said, what must I get first to really get good?
need anything.
Mm,
Like actually, you don't need anything. You just need to be consistent.
okay.
As consistency is what you need. That is the most important. Because I told you before we started talking, like consistency. Like when your mind is set to do a particular achieve it, like no matter what. So if your mind is not set, and I'm even giving you all the details, it's work. So I think the most important thing is like your mind is set, like you are consistent. If I show you this and this, you get it. So I think discipline is what you need. As in anybody that's coming to meet me, I'll just tell you if you're not serious, if you're not gonna get nothing. So consistency and discipline is what you
Wow.
get.
So I need to train every day?
Oh no. You don't need to train every day. You need to just train like, you train till you're down, like you train till your muscles don't work anymore. So it doesn't have to. Yeah.
Mm,
So I mean I train like 3 to 4 times in a week. That's when I train, 3 to 4 times in a week. I rest and I eat a lot.
mm. Let's really go into detail about that. So, from when you first started 3 years ago to now, how has your training evolved? Because each time you're getting better and stronger. What is like a good training session to you?
Okay. So niche section, like when I train, I think it's about when you stretch, you have to be very flexible. Flexibility is one important thing that you need for doing calisthenics on your feet. And also, when you get to the gym, you have to understand how the equipment works. Uh, More of a body body.
The recording.
Yeah.
Okay. The importance of stretching. Oh, sorry. Please continue. So, the importance of stretching.
Okay, stretching. Is there are types of stretching when you fitness. We have the passive, we have the dynamic. And passive is when someone is assisting you. So Bboy moves always help me to do that. And when it comes, and dynamics is what I do on my own. I'm walked up, and there are some other ones I do aspects. Another the stretching to actually make your bones and your veins more flexible. Particular move like moves like the muscle up is very very crazy because it works the shoulders and your core. If you are going to do some intense moves like the air flares, the head spins, stretch your spine, especially your lower back and your waist part to be very flexible. So what I do most times is I do stretching a lot when I'm class and also my fitness class. So I think if you really want to get it off, you have to be flexible, very flexible. Not extremely flexible, like flexible to an extent. Yeah.
Excellent. Strength and flexibility. What is very important to get strength? We mentioned consistency. Do I have to do 100 push ups every day?
No, not at all. You don't have to do 100 push-ups every day. Something you need to understand about doing your tricep more. This is the muscle that carries your body all the way triceps. So it helps to carry your body from different position and all. You need to work on your core muscles. Like your core muscles is the muscles that help when you're trying to work out. So the core muscles and your triceps, a lot of programs to actually. So I really cannot mention all. So that's why I'm just going into details. So your core muscles, your entire body, and also your tricep is what you need, especially good physique for fitness. Core muscles also involves your lower back, your in general. So that's exactly what you need.
Amazing advice. Listeners, please take notes of some of the most important things to do. It took me years before I learned information like this, and it could have saved me so many years of effort if I had known
Yeah.
uh, something like that. The other thing you mentioned was food and diet. Now, I know Niger has some amazing different foods from pounded yam, egusi stew. What are some of your favorite healthy foods that you think have made your training so much easier?
Food. I do more of nuts and pro. Nigeria food is more of carbs. I'm not into like this carbohydrate is not really good for someone like me. What I take more is nuts, and I take more, and I take carbs is good for energy, but not every time. So others fufu and others pounded yam is once in a like once or twice in the 2 months. But what I do eat more, I take more of cashew nut, eat Greek yogurt, and supplements like your whey protein. I take more vitamins, so it helped me build my muscles and also makes me, to have shredded body. And so what else again? So the foods are more, just saying in general, protein is very important. The other foods are important, but for building more, a lot of protein, vitamins, and vegetables. So that is good.
Amazing. I had no idea. Often, when I tried to start my own diet, I get a lot of resistance from my family because then my mother will say, "Why don't you want to eat my cooking? I've made this for you." And to have that sort of mentality was so difficult. But I think we really had a very interesting conversation about calisthenics and training. And I'm so sure you've got a very amazing and successful career waiting for you around the world when we can travel. And I'm so sure many more athletes around the world would love to collaborate and learn from you. And I want to say a big thank you for attending this podcast, Bboy Leo. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Uh, Not really. Or I just feel like okay, the world needs to gets to a phase where they need to understand about fitness. So the way people, if you're watching pretty well, you can see that the world they are producing lots and lots of factories that produces junks and the rest. So some foods are not really healthy for our system. I just feel like those people need to understand the importance of staying fit, because even if you are taking those junks, you need to work them out. You know, it's good to have those things in our body, but it's also important that we let them know that if you are eating this, because when I went to Domino's Pizza or other factories that sells, you know, those stuff, they don't enlighten us about like the side effects. You know, there's a day I went there and I saw a lady, she's very chubby and she's eating all the stuff. And nobody's telling her that it's bad for health. You understand? So I think that they need to be aware of the danger of whatever is going through into their body. You understand? So that's my advice to people out there.
Totally. People out there, please educate yourself. And I think you are
Exactly.
doing an amazing job inspiring people through Instagram and showing them the amazing things a body can do and how you must treat your body right and educate, learn more.
Exactly.
So, what an important message. B-Boy Leo, Niger,
Thank you.
thank you so much
Yes, sir.
again for this podcast. And I hope one day we may meet and train in future.
Exactly. Thank you very much, sir.